All right, sorry I'm late, guys. There was wretched traffic on the way here. Just,
Our streets don't have roads.
what do you mean our streets don't have roads?
W-
Still
What is a
them.
sidewalk but a really skinny road? Okay, traffic was insane. The stupid pedestrians wouldn't get out of the way.
So you drove here on the sidewalk? Is that what you did?
Anyway, welcome to first grade, everyone. It's first day of school. I'm your substitute teacher. Your real teacher couldn't be here today, and so I stepped up to the plate. I may not be your real teacher, but I'm the teacher that stepped up. All right. I'm Mrs. Midas. Ms. rhymes with Riz. We're going with that. I'm the coolest teacher you're ever gonna see. I'm cool and hip with it, as the kids would say.
Stare.
Cope rhymes with rope. All right, class, settle down, settle down. So,
Who are all these other people?
those are your other classmates. We can do the talking circle and introductions later, okay? We have to get through the
Mhm.
lesson plan first. There'll be time for snacks and recess after. Now, I was told that I need to be teaching you guys reading and writing and, simple ABCs, all that. But you know what? You're all smart kids, and I remember being your age and hating that shit. I hated doing math. I remember all my teachers always said, you're never going to have a calculator in your pocket when you grow up, and look where we are now. It's done on our phones. So instead of teaching you another useless skill, like reading and writing, like how I was taught math, instead, I'm going to teach you some more important things about this world. I'm teaching you the secrets of the universe. I need to get you guys going on the more important facts of life. So today for our first lesson,
So we're not reading AO3 today?
no, that's tomorrow.
Okay.
Anyway, so for our first lesson, we're going to talk about a fun little government project. I think you guys are going to find fascinating. MK Ultra. Now,
Is that the next Mortal Kombat?
you know what? If the
I want that
CIA,
one.
if the CIA had their way, it would be.
Wow.
Any
I'm
questions
learning
before we
so
get
much
started?
already.
Why is your name Mid?
You know what? Sometimes when parents have children and they pop out of the womb fresh, they make poor decisions. All right.
Why is your name Az?
After everyone's favorite Disney princess, Asmongold. All right. Project MK Ultra was for a human experimentation program. It was designed by the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency. Now, do you know what we call that? We call that a three-letter agency, kids. The CIA. Now, by the end of today's lesson, I want you to hand your notes in at the front of the desk, and I want a full-page essay about why we do not trust three-letter agencies. Okay?
How big are the letters?
They're very big.
No, I mean on
How
the
big?
essay.
Gynaminosaurus. All right.
So if they're so big, how we put them in one page? Can it be more pages?
Are you doing one letter per page?
Mm-mm.
Ah.
Okay. Well, make it a 20-page essay then.
Can't I have ChatGPT run it?
You say the name of the devil one more time and you're getting a licking with this ruler.
GPT is also a 3-letter.
That's true.
Oh shit.
I didn't know. Oh my god. I have to talk
It
to my
goes all the way to the top.
I have to contact my superiors about this. I have questions now. Anyway, the MK Ultra was to develop procedures and identify drugs that could be used during interrogations to weaken individuals and force confessions through brainwashing and psychological torture. Kids, do you know what psychological torture is?
Skibbity.
Exactly. Genshin Impact. Oh, who hurt
How
you?
dare you? Sorry. Skibbity.
Skibidi.
I can't believe that they're moving on to the kids. This is more dire than I thought. So, do you know what the Cold War was? It was when all of the countries were very scared of each other for legitimate reasons, but they were being pussies about it. They didn't want to talk to each other, so they did a lot of spies. Now,
Like now?
like now, yes. During the 50s and 60s, have you ever watched Spy X Family? Basically that. So, the height of the Cold War, the US government was scared of the Soviets, the Chinese, and the North Koreans. You know why? They thought they had magical powers and could control people's minds. So, you know what? You know what they did?
Do they not?
No.
Why not?
What a ripoff.
What a rip-off! What do you mean, why not? What do you mean, why not? Look, if they were
Why not?
controlling them, nobody would actually know because they're in the process of being controlled. To be controlled is to not understand or know. Maybe we are all
Mhm.
under control of specifically the Soviet Union. Yes? Even though it's been dissolved for many years, who knows? Maybe they've had us secretly under their control this whole time, and that's why we don't actually realize they're still around. I digress.
Because I thought Genshin Impact was how the Chinese brainwashed us.
I have to talk to my superiors about this one. All right. All right. So, it started in 1953, and it ended in 1973. I say ended, but there was other projects afterwards that were basically branches of MK Ultra. Now, while in the late 70s, the actual atrocities were uncovered and taken to trial, the general public didn't actually have solid information until 2001, which is abysmal, children. This is abysmal. We need the information to stay safe. This
Is
is
the
why.
70s when you were born?
Were there dinosaurs when you were born?
Did you know Moses when you were born?
You know, part of my job description is that I'm not allowed to beat children. But you know what? You guys are cutting it a very fine line here. You know, I might just
We're
cut my
used to it.
losses. What do you mean you're used to it?
Related to Moses?
I related to
This
Moses.
Midas?
You know what? Why don't you ask your mother? All right. MK Ultra used numerous methods to manipulate the subject's mental states and brain functions, such as high doses of psychoactive drugs, especially LSD. And we're going to get to some fun stuff about LSD later, kids. I trust
Are
me.
we trying LSD today?
Maybe if you're good at the end of
It's
class.
also 3 letters.
Oh, no! Electroshocks, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, isolation. You know, a lot of these are just things that VTubers do to themselves. Verbal and sexual abuse, and other forms of torture. Where did they source their victims? MK Ultra's scope was broad, and activities carried out under the guise of research at more than 80 institutions aside from the military, including colleges and universities, hospitals, prisons, and pharmaceutical companies. You know, we'll get to the atrocities a little bit later, children, but the government was very cruel to very innocent people. And you know what? If you're not careful, they're going to be very cruel to you, too.
Oh no.
Why?
Why? Because they can. Now,
That's not very nice.
the CIA operated using front organizations, although some top officials at the institution were aware. Now, do you guys know what a front organization is?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Sel. Tell the class what a front organization is.
It's when you and everyone else stand up and affront
That's
all together.
very good. That's very good, Sel. That's
Mhm.
wrong, but you did a good
Oh.
job being brave. All right, a front organization is when you're a group and you're pretending to be another group so people don't know what you're doing It's like, have you seen mafia movies, kids? I don't know what kids watch these days. What's on Netflix? Do you watch like mafia themed movies?
Black
I watched
Mirror.
Dress.
Sorry,
watched
Hugo.
Dress-
You
I was
got
gonna
this,
say
Hugo.
Dress to Impress.
Dress to Impress. Yeah, I'm not familiar with those ones, kids, but you know what? Maybe. No. It's when the bad guys. Okay, think of Batman. Okay, think of Penguin from Batman. He has a cool party place called a club where all of the cool party people go in Gotham. Okay, but that's not really what it is. It's secretly a place where the Penguin does bad guy stuff. All right?
It's not.
I'm sorry,
Go
and
on the
Santa isn't
party.
real.
What?
Is the Queen of England real?
Do I really want to break it to him? Do I really want to break it to them? This is crazy. All right. Now, for the front organization, now, do you want to know who came up with this brilliant idea, kids? Do you know who in the government decided
Mom.
it? Oh, my mom. Oh, you little snot-nosed punk. Little snot-nosed punk. You look at me in the eyes. Look at me in the eyes and say that again.
Okay. Or mom.
I'm taking away your LSD privileges.
Teacher, why don't you have a lower body?
I do. I'm just sitting.
On your chest?
What do you mean on my chest? Why would I have a lower
Oh, wow.
What?
Oh.
Oh, wow.
My 6-year-old eyes.
We're first graders, ma'am.
You're some really old-looking first graders, I'll tell you what.
I'm canonically this height.
All right.
Chad argues I'm this height.
Who came up with the bright idea? Government-funded Nazis. And this is real. Children, do you know what a Nazi is?
I don't want to answer this question, Professor.
Right. Nazis are the evil Germans from World War II. During the early 1940s, Nazi scientists that worked in the concentration camps of Auschwitz and Dachau conducted interrogation experiments on human subjects. You know what they used? They used barbiturates, morphine derivatives, hallucinogens, and it was really nasty. They were so cruel to so many people. Did it to a lot of
Why
prisoners
would they
of war
do that?
to develop
Were
a
they using
truth
Barbies?
serum. They were using Barbies.
Barbie.
Yeah, that's why the movie had to star Ryan Reynolds.
And Mighty Morphing Power Rangers?
Yes. Anyway, they did this to develop a truth serum. You know, and you know what? You know what the person on that team, Kurt Lautner, said? The experiments were for? To eliminate the will of the person examined. He didn't want free will. Now, American historian Stephen Kinzer argues the CIA project was a continuation of the earlier Nazi experiments, citing the numerous German scientists who were hired to work for the U.S. as part of Operation Paperclip. So at the end of the day, kids, it's the Nazis' fault. And it's also the American government's fault for going, hey, I know you did bad things, so do them for us. That's just how
Paperclips are a Nazi project.
If they ask like that. Oh.
All right, it's this guy's fault. He asked for it to happen. General Walter Bedell Beetle Smith was an ass who liked to pretend he was an anime supervillain and ran Project Artichoke that became MK Ultra. We don't like this guy, kids. He's very bad. You know what? I need something stiff to get through this class, kids. Ignore me. This apple juice makes me a better person.
My
And then
mom
how the
carries
apple- Oh no.
pee
Ooh.
first.
Ooh, that's some strong apple juice, kids. All right. Some other people responsible for this very not so fun thing, Sidney Gottlieb. He was an American chemist with a very noticeably German name and spy master who headed the CIA's assassination attempts. He was the project manager. It's like if you worked at a pizza shop and you had somebody in control of all of the people doing the pizza stuff. This was the pizza master. And Alan Dulles, the head of the CIA during the sorry kids, during the Cold War.
Fuck!
No, don't repeat that. I'll lose my job.
Fuck!
No! No!
I'm gonna
that
tell
like
the principal
Skibidi?
it's on there.
Don't
That's
you
basically Skibidi.
don't you No! Don't tell Principal Isonder. No. Okay. Most of the MKUltra records were destroyed in 1973 by order of the CIA director Richard Helms. You see this wide lad? He is the ultimate evil guy, aside from all the other evil guys that I just showed you. Because this guy was like, oh, this bad thing happened. I have to pretend it didn't happen. And so he set it on fire.
He
Now,
looks like the Vulture from Spider-Man.
oh, he does. Well, you know, art mimics reality, kids. Now, some other deplorable shit that happened. Once it started, experiments included administering LSD to mental patients, prisoners, drug addicts, and prostitutes. So, you know, your parents. People who could not fight back. As one agency officer put it, in one case, they administered LSD to a mental patient in Kentucky for 174 days.
That sounds awesome.
No!
Yeah, I have some.
No, you already lost your privileges for the LSD at the end of
Oh.
class, say.
Have I lost my privileges?
No, you can still have your LSD after class is over.
Can I have
Bet.
some? Sure.
All right. Intravenous.
Hear us if we whisper.
Intravenous administration of barbiturate into one arm and an amphetamine into another was another technique they did. Now, intravenous class is when you get a needle and you stick it in your veins. So, you know when you get your shots every couple of years? Basically that, but evil.
It's supposed to be every fall, Professor.
Is it?
Really?
It's supposed to be
Oh.
Up here in Canada.
every spring or fall.
In Canada, we got them once every 4 years.
Oh, we're in Canada? Can I
We're in
go?
Canada.
Where did you think you were?
The moon.
I mean, to be fair, might as well be. All right.
Might as well be.
I can't believe I'm being bullied by first graders. The barbiturates are released into the person
You
first,
would.
and as soon as they begun to fall asleep, amphetamines were released. So basically, you know that meme that's like Dayquil versus NyQuil? I know you kids like your memes. This is exactly that. They got the Dayquil and they put it in a person's arm. They got the NyQuil and they put it in the other arm. And they had to see them fight for dominance.
Oh, so it's like a Red Bull Dayquil, NyQuil.
It's like a battle royale
Yeah.
in the body.
Yeah.
A body royale.
Body royale.
MK Ultra is just an advanced battle bus. I'm so glad I can connect with the youth. All right. Other
Battle bus.
experiments.
You very famously play Fortnite?
Next question. Other experiments involved heroin, morphine, temazepam, mescaline, piciblin, scopolamine, alcohol, and my favorite, sodium pentothal. Do you want to know why sodium pentothal is my favorite on this list, class?
Yeah.
Salt.
You know why? Because it's what got me into looking into MK Ultra. Now, you might ask, why that very specific substance? Well, class, if you read Artemis Fowl,
Oh no. It all
Why are we
goes
doing this,
back.
Klaus? It all goes back to AO3.
And Artemis Fowl, 3 letters.
That's 2 letters. You sad sack of
Oh.
sh. Okay. Anyway, an Artemis Fowl, it's actually used against Captain Holly Short to make her tell the truth.
Are you telling the truth?
You see, this is the great part, class. This is only the truth. You are here
My mo-
learning truths that your parents could never fathom.
My parents drink a funny liquid from the top of the shelf, and then they tell the truth.
Ooh, maybe they're using that. Maybe it looks like the. Okay, you see the funny drink in my hand right now? It's called apple cider, and it's got
Can I
something called
have
a
some?
percentage. You know what? If you keep talking so much, I might give it to you to calm you down. All right. Now, the best part. Oh, Canada. The CIA exported experiments to Canada and Montreal when they recruited Scottish psychiatrist Donald Ewan Cameron, the creator of psychic driving. What's psychic driving? Can you guys
Like
guess?
when you move, you like use your mind powers to drive a car from
Oh.
afar.
Yes,
Kind of like it's a control remote.
kind of.
Why would you drive a car away from yourself instead of being inside of it?
Have you never heard of an
so you
RC
can
car?
crash into the. So you can.
It's like having a
crash
remote
into
control.
a building.
Anyway, Cameron had been hoping to correct schizophrenia by erasing memories and reprogramming people.
Oh no.
Yeah, psychic driving was a procedure of the 50s and 60s where patients were subjected to continuously repeating audio messages on a loop tape to alter their behavior. So, you know, when you're on your For You page on TikTok and you see the same audio over and over and over again? It's exactly that. You're being programmed, children. Don't have your TikTok downloaded. Get rid of that shit.
Jug.
Delete your TikTok. All right. Patients were often exposed to hundreds of thousands of repetitions of a single statement over the course of their treatment. They were also concurrently administered muscular paralytic drugs to subdue them for the purpose of exposure. The psychic driving procedure was a precursor to de-patterning. You know what that was? That was worse, children. That was worse. It included electroconvulsive therapy and large doses of psychedelics like, let me say it, let me hear it, LSD. Yeah.
What does LSD stand for?
LSD. Was that late?
The loser super dance. You have LSD and you start doing the loser super dance. The
I
intent.
don't
you
want
do that with
LSD
your super
anymore. Say can have all of mine.
No! I
Wait.
want this. I want to be a loser.
You don't want to be a loser, baby?
I want to be a loser.
The intent
For
was to
teachers.
break down the subject's personality. Psychic driving could then be used to establish a new personality. In Cameron's de-patterning, the ECT would continue to be administered despite the manifestation of convulsive fits. So basically, if they caused so much brain damage that the person started twitching uncontrollably, they would go even harder.
Like you, teacher?
Tweakers?
Like tweakers. Yeah, just like me. You see this funny little stick with some electricity at the end of it? This is called a cattle prod, children. You know, and if you push my buttons too hard, I'm going to use it to poke you, and you're going to have a front row seat to some de-patterning. All right.
I think I saw Twitch streamers wear things like that.
What Twitch streamers are you watching? That's so degenerate. I have to call your parents. All right. In addition to LSD, Cameron experimented with paralytic drugs and electroconvulsive therapy at 30 to 40 times the normal power. It consisted of putting subjects into drug-induced comas for weeks at a time while playing loop tapes of noise. His experiments
What's the normal power?
30 times less than that.
Is it friendship?
Yes. Thank you, Say. You are the one shining beacon of sanity in this space. His experiments were carried out on
It's
patients.
Say's the the shining beacon of sanity in this space.
Look,
Yeah, it is me.
look, this is not a
Beacon.
democracy. I'm very corrupt, and I pick favorites. All right.
Your morality's a roulette wheel.
That is unironically the funniest thing I've heard all week. All right. Now, the experiments were
Must be a
carried out.
boring week.
You're no longer my favorite, Say. All right. It was carried out on patients who were
Can I watch Code Ment under the table?
yes.
They're supposed to ask for permission.
Yes. Yes,
Thank you.
but you still have to hand in your 20-page essay at the end. All right. So they entered the institute for anxiety disorders, postpartum depression, and they left entirely permanently damaged and mentally and physically scarred. Can you imagine if you had like a little bit of depression and you wanted some help, you wanted maybe some therapy, you go in and they're like, hey, we have this new experimental treatment that could help you, and then they strap you to a table and torture you for 3 months at a time?
Like
Sounds fun.
Duolingo.
Like Duolingo. All right. Now, black sites were areas under American control in the 50s in Europe and Asia, mostly in Japan, Germany, and the Philippines. CIA created secret detention centers so the U.S. could avoid criminal prosecution. They captured people suspected of being enemy agents and other people deemed expendable to undertake various types of torture and human experimentation on them. Now, what did this mean? This meant they picked up women, children, and innocent people off the streets. It doesn't matter who. They just needed fodder. You know what you guys are? You know what you kids
Fodder.
are? You're fodder! That's right! Good job. You know what? For that,
I'm the favorite now.
yeah, here's some candy. Here's some candy just for you.
I want candy.
Oh, be better fodder then.
What the fuck? What the sigma?
What the sigma? Yeah. All right. Now, you know what else is the CIA's fault? Hippies. Hippies are the CIA's fault. You know why, class? You know why? Because
They're
during
bad fodder.
that too, but during MK Ultra, they went, you know what? We need more tests. So we're going to give this drug to a few people, and we're going to tell them to hold big parties. And at those big parties,
Teacher,
we're going to... Yes?
what does 50 milligrams per piece mean on the candy package you gave me?
It means you're going to be a lot more enjoyable to listen to.
Okay, continue.
Okay, so the CIA hosted LSD parties that normal citizens went to, and those normal citizens went, wow, LSD is really kind of fucking good. And the government went, yeah, it is, have some more. And then they branched out into the world and found their own supplies of LSD, and they spread it amongst the other common people like a virus. And that was the very beginning of hippie culture, because it blended with other people's like ideologies at the time, and it was a perfect storm. So all of those annoying trad wife TikTok people, the reason they exist is because in the 50s and 60s, the US government wanted to test LSD. Wow. Yeah.
TikTokers do LSD.
A lot of VTubers do LSD. I met one. It's kind of scary.
Teacher,
Yes.
do you ever think
No.
about how you have... Do you ever think about how you have fingers?
Ah, I see the candy has kicked in. All right.
Wow.
Other notable people who volunteered for CIA-backed experiments, because there was a few volunteers, there were so many people involved in MK Ultra, were Robert Hunter, the Grateful Dead lyricist, Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, and James Bulger, the notorious Boston mobster. So, the CIA is responsible for the Unabomber, guys.
It's a Unabomb.
Now, the
What's a
absolute...
Unabomb, teacher?
You want to know what the Unabomber is? All right, we're on the last slide, kids. After that, if you really want to know about the Unabomber, we'll go into it, okay?
Yay!
So,
Ironically, don't know.
Oh, really?
oh, wait, do you want to actually get into the Unabomber? I can pull up like articles and we can look at... All right, the goats. The church committee, helmed by Idaho Democratic Senator Sank Church, was, basically what they...
Senator Sank Church.
Yeah, what he did is he went, you know,
Senator
there's something
Burr.
fishy going on. I think I'm gonna look into it. So he looked into it. He went, wow, this is really fucked up. And he's the reason why we have what we have today. The church committee also found out about plots to assassinate foreign leaders, including Fidel Castro. Yes, yes, yes. It uncovered thousands of documents related to MKUltra. Basically, if it wasn't for this guy and his special little operation, these spies would never have been caught.
We wouldn't have Hololive if it weren't for Senator Frank Church.
Amen.
Amen. All right, class. Now, I want you to tell me what you remembered from our session just now, okay? I know you were taking notes. I saw you scribbling some. Oh, wait, never mind. Those aren't notes. That's. What are you drawing, Cell? What is that?
That's me, and that's my mom. And we're happy.
Clearly not if you were sent here. All right, Say, let's take a look at your notes. What did you write?
It's fiction.
Fiction?
Jesus.
You okay, teacher?
Yes, I'm just laughing at your misery. All right. Say, could you tell the class what you wrote down?
Fucking hippies.
Fucking hippies, that's right. That's my girl. That's my girl. Here, you could have a special candy. There you go.
Oh,
Fucking hippies. Yeah. All right. All right, there will be a test at the end of class today.
There's a test?
Yes.
We're meant to be taking notes? Is the VOD available?
You are physically sitting in my classroom. What do you mean, VOD? Yes, there's a VOD available.
is there a 5-minute recap of the bod? I don't have the energy anymore.
Can we have
5
a
minutes.
YouTube short worth of the VOD?
Ah! Oh, part 2 though.
You know what? Just for you, my favorite students, there will be a YouTube short where all of this will be condensed in like times 100 speed.
Can you use a Tommy in it voice bank?
A Tommy Innit voice bank. That's. I'd rather shoot myself, kids.
What's shooting yourself?
It's not skibidi. That's what my mom told me.
Your mom told you not to
Negative.
shoot yourself?
It's negative risk.
It's negative
Oh.
Riz. Yeah. All right, so class, you wanted to talk about the Unabomber?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's pull up the Unabomber. Ted Kaczynski. All right, let me just pick a big, beautiful picture of this gentleman. And I'll put him on screen for you, and we'll talk about him. Okay?
Is this all from the cuff, teacher?
It's a cough.
It's the ends of the teacher's wrists.
Why are you looking at my wrists? How risky?
She looks like a crack addict.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't
Mm.
crack. It was LSD, provided by
Right.
the CIA.
It was Monster Energy.
Yeah. All right.
Da, 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 da.
Now, the Unabomber was an American mathematician and domestic terrorist. He was a math prodigy. But you know how I said at the beginning of stream that math is useless? Math is useless. He didn't use it in his life. He abandoned his academic career in 1969 to pursue a primitive lifestyle. In his
69.
1969.
Nice.
In pursuit of this ideology, he murdered 3 people and injured 23 others in a nationwide mail bombing campaign against people he believed to be advancing modern technology and destroying the environment.
Oh, they're a Luddite.
Yes. He wrote a 35,000 word manifesto. That's like so many pieces of paper for you guys.
That's like 35,000 pages of paper.
Yeah. Yeah. He wrote a manifesto that was a critique that opposed all forms of technology, rejecting leftism, as the Wikipedia article says.
What's leftism?
It's definitely not the same as it was in 1969. Trust. And advocating for a nature-centered form of anarchism. We love anarchism here, kids. What do you think? If you could be an anarchist, what would you do?
Candy.
I'd repair my relationship with my mother.
I don't think anarchism's is that powerful, kid. All right.
Oh.
In the 70s, he moved into a cabin without electricity and running water. He lived as a recluse, learning survival skills to become self-sufficient. Basically, he thought he was the main character. So, he witnessed the
Like
destruction.
Joel from Last of Us.
Yeah. And you know what?
They even look like Joel from Last of Us.
He actually went
does.
down the poison ivy route from Batman. And after he noticed the wilderness around his cabin being destroyed, he concluded that he needed to fight industrialization and its destruction of nature through terrorism. Yeah. Ted Kaczynski is the unsexy poison ivy of the real world.
Says you.
Kid, what are your tastes?
Not good, clearly. I'm on AO3.
That's
Your
crazy.
mom.
Now,
Yes, my mom.
yes, so in 1996, the
Mom.
FBI captured him. But before then, he was known as the Unabomber because he was sending bombs to people.
Who's the Una?
Him. He's the Una.
Hi.
You know, in 2021, he got cancer, and in 2023, he committed suicide.
Why?
Ohio Riz.
Because he knew he wasn't as sexy as Poison Ivy from Batman.
Why?
Can any of us be as sexy as Poison Ivy?
When you grow up, you could become a big, sexy sea siren. Maybe you could do ASMR too. Who knows? The world is your oyster. Maybe you could have a YouTube channel. Call it Savor Rin. You know, I think that would be an excellent idea for when you become older.
Oh no.
Do you think first graders should be content creators?
No. No, I do not. I think children should never be online. In fact, no, not in fact. I'm happy to talk about the Unabomber, but I'm drawing my line in the sand on my opinions on content creation.
Wow.
You can talk about the Unabomber.
I mean, there's a difference between can't and want.
Yeah, fair enough.
What do you want?
Me?
Mm.
Well,
Oh.
well, I want $1 million. I want $1 billion. What about you?
Chat.
kids? No.
Her chat.
No.
That sounds like a call to action.
Ah!
How are your memberships
Tony!
doing?
Tony! Tony!
Shut up. Anyway, yes. No, we already did that bit, and we got a meth wizard out of this. You know, the meth wizard would fit in very well. Speaking of meth wizard kids, I want to introduce you to a very special person. Hold on, let me pull him up. Okay. I went on a cool website called twitter.com, and it's called Twitter. It's not called X. I don't care what people say. It's called Twitter, okay? And I came up with a very wonderful gentleman. You know, he might even work for the CIA. He kind of looks like the type of person who would work for the CIA. And I said, hey, Twitter, help me come up with a name for this beautiful specimen. And you know what? They gave me so many good names, and we're going to go and look at them together. And you two can help me pick out of the top names what his name should be.
Yay!
Yeah.
Looks like something I would see in a dream.
Yeah, I commissioned my little sister to draw it. Wow. Yeah. I'm going to drop the goofy voice at this point, but this is
We
really
can do that now.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, brilliant. Good, good.
Yeah, no, this bit is overstaying its welcome. We can just be goofy.
How did you feel in having this position of authority over the youth, over the children?
A dangerous power.
Are you ready to do it for real? Because here are the kids, come!
No! No! I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Okay, here's the thing.
You
I'm
thought we were bad.
Nah. So we were bad. Insane. All right, let me just pull up the names. I do have a favorite name, but it's also not the one with the most likes, so it might not end up being picked. So I'm gonna list off a bunch of names, and I want your opinions.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna start
Okay,
from top to
okay.
bottom. So, Adderall, the financially irresponsible. Amphetamestius, the elevated. Flordicus, the alligator summoner. Craximus, the high wizard. Ernie, the repugnant.
Oh. I feel bad for people named Orny.
Just double checking that you guys can see the wizard, right?
We can see the
Yeah,
wizard.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, good.
We can see a wizard.
Crack miser. Greg. This isn't a name, it's
Oh.
just a statement, but I think you guys would like it. He needs a methonomicon.
Is that the full name? Is the full name Greg?
Yeah,
This is
full
not
name
a
is Greg.
suggestion, but I see. No, is it the whole thing?
Like, Greg is the whole name suggestion there.
Got it, got it.
Calzarask, the corrupt contract. Splendifero. Scrankle the band.
Splendiferous!
Scrankle the band. Gregor, the white mage of speed. Santa Claus 2. Santa's secret brother. Gibbler. Here's one of my favorites. Uncle Skewski. Bob Rodriguez.
That is the coolest theme I've ever heard. I'm never going to hear a better one.
Method Man. Saruman the Hunchback. Bingus Stingus. Scrungus Wankelbork III. Gregory. Carson, the summoner of loaded guns.
Gregory?
Gurkus the Elevated. Murgle. Wizard. Mage Nicholas Methel. Stinkle the Repugnant. And Scrubbling the Salted
so many
One.
names.
Yeah, last one is Scrubbling the Salted One. My personal
Oh my
favorite is Craximus the High Wizard,
Yeah.
but that's not the one with the most votes.
So
Oh.
what are we christening the... Sorry. What are we christening this one?
Dear God. All right. So, Craximus is one of the top contenders, but the one with the most likes is Amphetamestius the Elevated. But this doesn't look like an Amphetamestius. This definitely looks like a Craximus to me.
We need to see their smile. We need to zoom into their smile.
See, when you think of amphetamines, I think of waves.
I do think
When I
Ernie
think of, like,
is pretty
crack.
good.
Ernie's pretty good.
Ernie the Repugnant. What a title! The Repugnant.
The repug. Can you mix some of these?
I mean,
Because in theory, they could all be villains. He just gives you a different one each time.
honestly,
If they're
that-
enough, they long enough to take on different names.
Uncle Skewski.
Are they one of Santa's elves? Is that their lore? Is that what Santa's elf looks like?
This is Santa's,
Maybe-
his brother. This is...
Maybe he makes the coal.
He makes the call. No,
Yeah.
this is
the one
Santa's
that
brother.
basically
He's
keeps
in
you
charge of Halloween.
I was gonna say this December the 24th. If you hear a bike bell, run because he's right behind you.
So I don't have the picture here right now, but there's actually a third
Mhm.
image where he has a wizard staff and it's just this big crack pipe. I do like the school zone sign with a bunch of blood on it.
Can you tell the difference between child and adult blood?
Well, what did the scream sound like when you created it?
Oh,
Well.
like that.
I'll have to get back to you on that one, Chi. That
Mhm.
reminded me of a feral, dying animal, not so much as a child.
How do children sound like, teacher?
I don't know. I've never been one. I was born this way. I
You're
crawled out
born
of the
fully
womb.
formed, like Pygmalion.
Lady Gaga.
You know
Like
how?
Lady Gaga!
Yes, no, I'm an eldritch being. I cracked out of my my mother's body, like she was like another skin, kinda. No, it's like that one Greek.
Like Alien Romulus.
Exactly like Alien Romulus. All right,
And now I can put that in the tags so we have good SEO.
that's insane.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to catch up right now on super chats so that we can take like a break, take a moment to breathe.
Recess!
Yeah, recess, guys.
We have Reese's Pieces.
Yes, you can have
Dead.
Reese's Pieces. All
I
right.
want it.
All right. I'm gonna mute you guys and deafen you guys for just a second so you guys can take an actual break. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How do I deafen? I hate Discord.
My ears!
There we go. There, I've shut the children up, everybody. Now let's catch up on super chats. How are you guys liking stream so far? Would you believe me if I told you this stream was my mother's idea? Because this stream was my mother's idea. Now, super chat. Sounds just like my 20s? Excellent. Yes, Spencer Howard, that's an insane way to spend your 20s. $10. Reset the Artemis Fowl reference clock. Come on, Bob Jones. Thank you for the 10. Unabomber is a classic story of a man fighting a hopeless war. I'm sure Midas is on an FBI watch list app for this stream. Hope they don't Epstein her. Thank you for your worry, Tanya Digerchoff. 100 out of a billion. Thank you for the red super Abra for the 100. Crazy. $5. Thank you for the $2 red hair across. Midas handlebars. Fun stream so far. I'm glad. Another 50 to that billion. Thank you, Bob. You guys are just going super fast. Thanks, Miss Midas, for the stream idea. I love my mother, my silly mother. Can't pronounce fake anime fan. Hush you. And let's catch up on the Twitch real quick. I didn't notice what my mods pinned on Twitch until just now. Ken, say what you will about Ted's bombs, but he failed to do more damage to planes than Boeing. That's insane. That's insane. I gotta run that one past Scotty. All right. Almost done here. Let's just quickly check on Twitch creator dashboard. Sorry, this is the part of the stream that I always fumble. Thank you, Contra Malga, for the resub. Tier 3, 2 months. That's insane. Thank you, Helta, for gifting a sub to Dennett. And that was 4 days ago, but I still want to thank you for it anyway. And yeah, okay, I think we're all caught up. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. We're gonna key back in.
Draw the
Boo.
mid-ass. I don't know if you've seen it.
I'm
Hello.
back.
Uh-oh.
I'm back, and what is
Hi.
this about my mid-ass?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Hi, Barn. Close the phone, turn off the phone!
Are you children gossiping about your teacher?
Oh.
No.
Because
You
if
can
you are,
prove?
like, no, nothing that you can prove. That's crazy. All right, well, the meat of the stream is pretty much concluded, so we can have just, like, a proper, like, chatting. We can vibe. This is good.
Totsu.
Yeah, we can
Oh, you
zatsu.
wanna know the funniest shit?
Yes.
Oh, sure.
Do tell.
Okay. When you told me about the stream, I thought you were gonna talk about something like Gunpla.
There's no shot.
I swear to God.
On my channel, you genuinely thought we were gonna do something as simple as Gunpla?
MK Ultra is my favorite season of Gundam personally. I think that was fantastic. They even really made you like root for the Zaku in that one.
Okay. Like, right. Think about like the thing. For someone who has no fucking idea what they're talking about, MK Ultra could be like anime for all I know.
Could be
It
an
really
anime.
could be.
MK Ultra the anime.
Oh god, no.
It's basically Ava, right? All you've described is just the plot of Evangelion.
That's insane. Gunpla.
Condemn LSD violence, really?
I think that LSD is getting to your head, kid.
I wish I
Yeah,
could
it's a
see your
candy.
eyes say. I wish I could see like how your eyes slowly continued to widen into dinner plates as you sort of steeped in the situation.
I kind of, after the first one, I was like, huh. Okay. This is something
Mhm.
different. I'm good with it. Okay.
It's like, oh, this is what stream is.
I'm like, you know what? Makes sense for a Midas channel.
That
Makes
makes
Mhm.
sense. You know, I'm glad to.
Look, hello.
Your brand is so potent, Midas.
hmm Yeah, no. Frame of reference. My mother was the one that came up with this stream idea.
Really?
Yes.
To educate the people.
To educate the people. Well, how
the
it
youth
started
even.
was I was fretting over what to do for today's stream because it's like I can't do a drawing stream twice in a row. Every stream's got to be different. This is what I'm dedicated to. I'm only doing one a week, and they got to be special. And my mother goes,
Mm.
"Well, your nieces and nephews are going back to school today. It's their first day back at school. No, on Wednesday, it's their first day back at school. Why don't you do like a school thing?" And I'm like, "Wait, hold on. Wait, you're kind of cooking."
That is fantastic.
And she's just like, yeah, and you do like weird stuff. So like, why don't you do something kind of tongue in cheek and funny, like MK Ultra?
That is the pitch.
Yeah, and
That's what she thought of?
yeah, and I'm just like, my mother is a goddamn brilliant genius.
Yes.
I read a comment.
See, you take after
somewhere.
her.
I love my
Mm.
mother.
There was a comment someone wrote that it said like it makes sense that Midas ended up the way that she did, just by virtue of like what you were surrounded by, right? It was only a matter of time. The wrong person is streaming in the family, says it's chat.
That's crazy. Yeah, no. Like, my mother is a very sweet, demure, slightly irritated kind of person.
Very
So-
demure.
Demure.
Shut up. I mean it in the real sense, not in the TikTok sense, you brainlets.
I remember, yeah.
Yes. But she always has these random moments of like insanity, like that are so inspired. It comes out of nowhere. She'll just be going on about like, oh, I'm watching this, I'm looking at the news, I'm watching RT on YouTube because I like my propaganda, and then she'll be like, I think we should disassemble the government. And it's just like, I thought we were talking about recipes that had to do with Roma tomatoes, mother. Why are we disassembling the government? She'd be like, oh,
Pardon, which RT? Because I think I've got
Nothing.
the wrong idea of what's going on.
RT is in Russia Today.
I see. Pardon me. RT in my mind means RT game. So I thought they were just watching somebody play Stardew Valley and going, we should take down the government.
Well,
As you would.
As you
I
would,
could
I
see
guess.
that though.
Yes.
That could have happened. That could unironically happen at some point.
Yeah, no, it was, yeah.
When are we getting mom death on stream though?
Mom dis on
Mm.
Big
stream.
question.
I don't think I could handle mom dis on stream, let alone everyone else. I'd have to seriously figure out how to set that up.
Breach TOS speedrun.
Breach
Maybe
TOS
like a
speedrun. She,
maybe like a pre-recorded.
I love my mother, but she would want to talk nonstop about American politics despite us being Canadian, and I don't think I can handle that.
Oh goodness, that's not even Star.
No, she's she I love her. I'm not gonna say anything else other than I love her.
She's watching right now. In fact, she's right here. Come in.
You say that, but she told me the most insane shit the other day when I was streaming.
Oh.
So right now, I'm currently in my childhood home, okay? And I've turned my closet into a streaming booth. Now,
Right.
this is on the second part of the house, so I'm up above the bathroom, specifically downstairs. I didn't know that there was sound bleed, and I didn't know that throughout my entire childhood, if my mother wanted to know what I was up to, she would go into that bathroom and listen to me through the ceiling.
Oh hell.
I only found out that that was a thing because she told me after my second stream here recently. She went, "Oh, so by the way, I was listening to your stream and I said, hey, I thought I told you you weren't allowed to watch my stream." She's like, "Oh, no, I didn't." It's just like, well, why? What? What are you
Oh.
talking about? "Oh, I was just listening in the bathroom." Which is just like, what do you mean you were listening in the bathroom? And she went,
The
"Oh,
most nonchalant drop as well.
oh yeah, no." And then she explained beat for beat without like even like blinking or hesitating how throughout my whole childhood, if she was curious as to what I was up to, she couldn't hear details, but she could hear my footsteps where I was in my room. So if I was on one side of my room or the other side, and it's just like, first of all, what the
No
hell?
wonder, no wonder you get no sleep, because at any given moment you can be heard. You're supervised at all times.
Basically, yeah, no, I
It's
love her.
entirely
But
child doing.
Christ.
Well, then they would worry about, hey, where did you get this paranoia from?
Yeah,
It's
no.
not paranoia if you're correct.
Sal, shut up. Yeah, no, but it's she's an interesting character for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm sure I've done my fair share of being badly behaved to the point where I actually needed that supervision.
It's the worst thing you remember doing that you can actually mention on stream.
The worst thing I
Mhm.
can remember doing,
You can mention on stream, yes.
I beat up a disabled child as a child.
That is pretty bad. Yeah.
I
It's less bad though you if you're a child somehow.
Yeah.
no,
I mean,
no,
yeah.
it really
Is
wasn't.
it less bad or is it worse if you're an adult?
I mean, it's always going to be worse when you're an adult, but I still feel like it was pretty repugnant of me.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, how it went down was this was a child with a physical and a learning disability, and I was like 7 or 8, and nothing he could do, like he could not respond properly. His face was permanently frozen and a smile, and it irritated me because I thought that he was like doing like a mocking kind of thing.
Oh no.
And he walked with a walker, and he was the same age as me, and any noise he made, he couldn't cry. He could only go ah, ah at that same tonality, and he had a big smile. And so I was like, I gotta fix this kid. And so I took his walker from him and I kicked the shit out of him on the playground. And
Oh,
I remember
no.
the whole time he just kept going ah, and he kept smiling. And eventually I was pulled off of him, and I was told why it was wrong, but it didn't really sink in until I was like 15. The horror of the
Oh.
reality of what I'd done. And to this day, this is. It keeps me up at night, honestly. If I ever wanted to confess sins to a priest, that's the first thing on my list.
I mean, this is why we need to proliferate anime throughout like all children's media and etc. Because as soon as you watched anime, you become non-violent and shameful, and that's what we need more of in our society.
Honestly, I became so
violence?
laid back after I watched. One of my first animes I ever watched was
What was it?
it was Soul Eater, and it was Black Butler and Soul
Oh.
Eater were my first
No,
animes.
no! You couldn't have been watching Soul Eater.
Yeah.
Weren't you like 13?
Hold
Can you
on.
not watch Soul
What
14?
year did Soul Eater drop? What year did Soul Eater come out? I remember when I watched Soul Eater for the first time on YouTube. 2008. Yeah, I was 9. I was 9 when it came out. I watched it when it
Oh.
came out.
YouTube
Maybe.
YouTube also dates you because only a certain slice of the internet still remembers watching 8 parts of the first 2 episodes of
Yeah.
Death Note on YouTube without playlists, having to search them one by one all across different channels, and there would be overlap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah.
no, I remember when I watched Soul Eater for the first time. It was one of the first animes I ever watched. And I remember when Blair, the sexy Catwoman, came on screen for the
Yes.
first time, I panicked and I shut the whole computer down. This is one of those brick computers. I thought I was going straight to hell because I looked at boobs. I looked at
And I would look at
naked
more.
woman boobs and I was going to hell and I cried.
Oh, ignore.
Anyway, when I realized that I wasn't being stricken dead immediately, I booted it back up.
You waited. You sort of paused. You lay down on the floor, hands splayed, arms splayed, just like I'm waiting for a judgment. And when it didn't come, you knew that God wasn't real.
I had a lot of those moments as a kid where I was literally waiting for immediate divine punishment for things I did. Anyway.
Hold on a second. I gotta check something with you.
Uh-oh.
So you thought
Hmm.
punching boobs,
Mhm.
like drawn anime boobs,
Mhm.
it's gonna send you straight to hell and get you smited.
The
Yes,
floor would
but-
open up under you.
Yeah,
Basically.
okay, but not beating a disabled child.
No.
Okay.
That's
They
Carry
didn't see
on.
boobs that day. Clearly, what was the correlation?
Come on, say, you know how this
Continue.
works. I mean,
What
look at all
boobs
the
are
violence in
what?
the Bible. That was a thing that was praised.
You know what? You know what? Fair enough.
It's really weird how like Bible 2 was like so like really just played with the themes of Bible 1.
Honestly, it's crazy how the sequels change up, the lore. But
Mm.
yeah.
And
then I remember I
fandoms
watched
talking
Black...
about whether what's canon, what's not canon.
It's like the reboot every once in a while.
Well, that's just
Mhm.
Mormonism. Mormonism is the Bible reboot. Honestly, it
Quran
sucks.
was the Bible reboot.
No, that's the trequel. That's the third movie.
So you believe? So what you're saying live on stream right now is you believe they are sequential.
Do you want to know what I believe? I believe in none of it. This part's getting cut out of the VOD, by the way, because I know for a fact my family's going to watch this video.
Oh, pardon me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, teacher.
That's another LSD tab for you, kid. Anyway,
I want to clarify before we started anything, before we went live, we're like, hey, is there anything we want to be careful about? We're like, no, everything's fine.
Oh, yeah, no,
everything's great.
literally, no, it's fine. Like, genuinely, things are fine.
Your mom's already listening through the bathroom, says.
Say hi to your mom for me.
1 second.
You don't need to say hi for me. She knows.
Stop
She
listening.
knows.
There we go.
Hello, mother.
Are you gonna cut this part out too? I don't want them to think of me as a bad person.
I'm gonna clip that part specifically and make it
No,
into
no,
a short.
no.
Everybody, Cell is a heinous creature, which you should subscribe to, by the way.
Also, say.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Fuck, that's what I forgot. Okay, I gotta put. Okay. Fucking usernames. I'm so bad at collaborations, guys. Can we get
It's
a...
okay. They could tell.
What do you mean they could tell?
No, I mean they could tell who we were. Obviously, you know.
Okay.
We're rendered so perfectly. All of our most important bits are on.
Oh, you're missing my boobs, but I'm also meant to be 6.
You're 6, say.
Yeah. No boobs yet.
You thought that was
see,
intentional, Para? That's crazy. And yet I never got a hi. Hello, Dino Manic. Hello.
Hi, Dino. It's good to see you again.
Howdy.
Is Dino one of yours?
Howdy. Howdy.
Ooh.
How did you guys sound nearly identical there? That's actually jarring.
Hey.
So what we're gonna do, say we're both.
There
gonna
we
go
go.
on
We got the
either
shout-outs on
side of
Twitch.
Midas.
Yeah.
I'll get-
Uh-huh.
All right, let me just read super chats real quick.
We're just gonna go either side and then just like start like just whispering sweet nothings.
Midas, have you been to Carcosa? No, I don't know where that is. I have not been there. And well, thank you, Iggy Thunders. And Bob Jones, thank you for the 20. Based Momdis. Yes, Based Momdis. Yes. We're really going to call her Momdis? Sounds like
We
you're trying to say
could we could be
Mobdis.
intellectuals about this, and we could look through the myths and pick through ideas and such.
Thank you for the prime sub, Volcram. I don't know.
Welcome in.
And thank you, Tiny Cream It,
Welcome.
for the 100 bits. Clearly, it's because the disabled child was flat. What do you mean flat?
No, that's why you didn't go straight to hell. Well, actually, we
Oh,
don't even know
okay.
Oh.
Thank you, helped us for the 100 bits.
it's
Tiny
also a
Cream It,
child, guys,
Mama
come
might
on.
have debut when nah. Static Tokyo, thank you for the follow 12 minutes ago. Can't believe you're only just following now. Fake fan Static.
How
Okay.
dare!
Thank you for jumping on in.
You.
The train is hypening. Wait, did I miss a whole hype train?
You might have.
Oh my god. Carcosa
Fake
is from the
streamer.
King in Yellow, you damn fake fan.
Fake streamer.
I'm
Fake
sorry.
streamer.
Blame Restream because it doesn't give me the Twitch notifications like it's supposed to.
Hmm. I feel as though. So, how do you pick out what broadcasts? How do you figure out, or rather, how does that work, if I may ask?
Elaborate. Pick what broadcast. I'm not sure what you mean.
How do you figure out what broadcast 6 is gonna be when it comes around? If is what I'm asking.
You know, I'm gonna ask myself the same question this time next week. Yeah, I'm a creative person, but I also
You
get
are.
very easily distracted. And so the last few weeks, I always figure out my stream a couple days before. This week, I figured it out yesterday. That's why I reached out to you guys earlier today.
I hope you. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that. By the way,
Well, why are you sorry? You guys saved my ass by coming in and having fun with me on stream.
I'm having fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess in.
I'll have
but
fun.
s-
I'm glad.
I mean, like what I'm asking then is ASMitis in the cards for a future broadcast?
ASMR with me.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
You can
I'm
do
here.
it like a lobotomy ASMR if you want to, but like
Genuinely, I'm here for it. Let's make
hell
it
yeah,
happen.
Let's go.
I
Yes,
mean-
It'll
okay,
be
cool.
it'll be like Magnet, but 3 hours long.
That's crazy. Nice to meet you, Professor Chico. I've got a. Holy shit! There's been so many follows in the last few minutes. I'm.
Actually, if you want
overwhelmed.
to cover Magnet Vocaloid with me,
I would love to. I have a curse with that song, chat. That and I don't know if I've told you two about it, but I've been supposed to
yet.
cover Magnet 6 different times with 6 different people, and every time I record my part, and every time the project falls through. I'm not
I'll
gonna
drop
say-
them to your house if you do not record it.
I'm not gonna tell you outright who the most recent person who I was supposed to record Magnet with fell through, but I will send it in DMs afterwards.
Yes.
Also, I'm looking at the picture that you put in the DMs with the bunny suit, and I think it's one of. I may be a bit biased, but I think it's one of your best.
Should I
You
make it a
did
figure?
that, say?
Yeah.
You want? Should
Oh
I make it a
my
figure?
goodness!
Should I make it a figure?
Absolutely no. Yes.
Yeah.
Make it a
Let's
figure,
go!
a limited time figure.
Yeah.
Make it. Oh God, you put it in the screen. Oh God. I'll make it a figure, and then I can give you the file so you can have your own mid ass.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not mid. It's nice and toned.
Mm-hmm.
See, my boobs are missing.
They go so far. They go as far as the pigtail.
Honestly.
Uh,
Now, to those who don't know, Seira is an insane artist, is an incredible
Hmm.
musician, and does lots of ASMR. So if you want somebody who's both soothing yet high energy, I would highly recommend her.
Hmm They played Outlast today
Yeah.
and scared their pants off.
Yes.
I
I
did,
wouldn't. I
actually.
wouldn't classify you as
Mostly
comfy,
because I
but
don't stream with
soothing.
pants on, but
Yeah. What?
Huh?
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Huh?
Sorry. Yeah, where'd those pants go?
Sarah, you have an admirer in chat.
is it Midas?
Ooh. Of course.
The left, though. Declassified government documents ASMR. How many of you have like heard or like, pardon me, how many of you have trouble sleeping? I'll take that as a yes. So, have you ever just like trolled around Spotify or YouTube or wherever for some kind of like audio to like sleep by and any of that?
Usually, when I need to sleep, what I do is I
Hmm.
put on a laundry machine video. There's like one that's like a 10-hour loop, and it has a click every like minute or so, in the mid like of the audio loop of specifically when you have like pants with like a little metal bit on the string, and it hits a washing machine during the cycle. It has a very particular sound. I listen to that video because it reminds me of my childhood when I used to sleep
That
between the washer and dryer because I didn't have a bed.
No, I've
That's
heard this story, but it's still just
that sounds
slightly concerning.
that
That's the first
Okay.
time.
Maybe I just am into like under the stairs chic, but that sounds really comforting. I actually want to try that tonight.
It's pretty cozy. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
And
I want to study your brain.
you're gonna crack that skull open and find nothing in there.
It's like a
What,
red soup bowl.
we
Breads.
pop you open and we see a transmitter. And where was the real mastermind behind Midas?
The Master
you'll try.
Midas.
The Master Midas.
Yes. I also like
Master
the
Midas.
I also like the soap cutting videos. Those are good.
I feel like you need to be. I feel like you need to have your eyes open for those. Unfortunately, right?
Well, they make lots of nice crunchy, like soapy kind of sounds.
Mm.
Midas extraordinaire. Yes, Ken. Yes, Ken. I am the most extraordinaire one might say.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love how we still animate like this. I was gushing over the art that was like generated of us. Not generated. What's the word?
That's bad. That's
You,
bad.
you know what I
word. Bad.
mean. You know what? Pardon
out,
me.
you're so bad.
I default to words that are larger than 2 syllables all the time when I really shouldn't.
Anyway, chat, for those wondering, I made the little gifs down there, the foogies, the bouncing
Look at
talking
us.
sprites. Yeah. Yeah.
Look at Say. Look at me.
Cute little
Hey,
creatures.
y'all.
Yeah. Nah,
My Nissan.
when I was putting this together, it was like, well, I could use their default foogies, but it's just like a little bit of immersion goes a long way. Yeah.
No, I'm incredibly immersed.
You really
I
feel like a
truly
6-year-old.
feel right now like I'm in Canada.
The fuck you just call it? I can need to hear that again.
Canada.
Ah, I see. Now, I'm not one to mock
Kansas
people for
moment.
their accents, but I'm gonna mock you for your accent right now.
Oh, please.
Nita. Yes. Now chat. I feel like chat's siding
I
with you.
need that ass.
There you go.
Can't believe it.
Canada. Pardon me, Dino. Canada. There you go.
Nada.
Kaneda sounds like
Sounds like a food.
like a gacha character name.
Mm,
Kaneda.
that's the next character coming out of Genshin,
Genshin.
or
New Natlin character dropped.
new
Kaneda.
Natlin
Kaneda.
character.
The Kanene.
Kaneda.
Kanahida. Yes, Steve Trooper.
Kanahida. Nene. No.
Midas make an entire suite of single-use assets? What sort of government waste would that be? Look. I'm just living a little La Vida Loca.
Draw.
Yeah.
It's a mindful investment.
Yeah. Look, I mean, if you could draw these things, you'd do the same. I actually...
If I could draw these things, I definitely would.
Exactly. Yeah,
I
no.
can and I don't do it.
You say
Yeah.
that, but I'm looking at both of us in fishnets right now.
That is
Huh.
true. The pinups I would make.
Oh.
Oh?
Anyway, I'm thinking we're about to wrap up class for the day. What do you think, class?
What does that mean for us?
That means that you're getting
Please don't send us to the orphanage.
you're going back into your cages, and for your participation, you get some toys like to enrich your enclosure, and you actually get food today.
Yeah!
Excellent. All right. I'm going to go on a 5-minute break, chat. I'm going to evacuate these two from the premises, and I will be back. are so back. All right. That was. I'm not the greatest at social situations, but I'm glad that I got to spend some time with some people that I like. Yeah. Though my social battery is quickly wearing thin. So, it was exactly as long as it needed to be. Any longer, and I would start going into conniptions because I'd be recycling things over and over again. Now, how's everyone feeling? If you liked that kind of, I guess I'd call it a novelty stream, then I'll plan more like event, goofy things with my buddies in the future, for sure. Rias was also supposed to participate today as the real teacher, but I ran out of time to get a recording from him because I didn't send him a script because I couldn't write it in time. But how it was supposed to go was at the end when I kicked the students out, Rias barges in with his model and he yells at me because I'm actually not supposed to be there at all, and he's the real teacher. So there was that. Hello, Zupped Up Doodle. All right, I'm gonna. They get to play with the Flintstones phone. I can't believe I missed that message. That was a good one. Feeling very thankful for my. Just shut up, Ken. Shut up. The music was loud. Uh, I hope you mean during the intermission and not during the rest of the stream because I'm gonna be choked if the music was really loud during stream. Intermission, yeah. Oh, thank God. You scared the shit out of me, Radio Jade. All right, let's catch up on the supers. Thank you, Xander Kane and Bob Jones, for becoming Duders. Duder and Fancy Duder, respectively. Fun fact, giving Midas money will lead to more windows breaking. Oh, hush you, de Golem. Hush, 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 hush. Hi, Mom, does please come on stream? That would be hilarious. Thank you for the 100 concealed. And no, I'm not gonna put Mom Dis on stream. Where this is not a goal that you guys can reach. We're not doing Mom Dis. Like, sorry, not sorry. Name the goal, name the goal. No, I know that game. We are not playing that game today. Do you want to talk about name your bribe? No. No. Momdus is not coming on stream. I can't have you guys being degenerates to my mother. I know what happens when VTubers bring their parents on stream. They get fucking shipped with it and gross fan art gets made. I am not mentally prepared to have somebody commission NSFW of me with my own mother. 0 out of 10. Can we meet your father? Nah. They might be in the background once in a while. Maybe you'll hear audio of them, but you will never see them on stream. By the way, the cake box mix said it was yellow, whatever that means. That means it was yellow flavored. That means that I infused my energy into it, Vinyl. Thank you for the 5. But what if it was me and your mother? Ken, no! You don't get to screw my mother. What about Sistis? God, every time somebody brings up my little sister, it just makes me want to evil laugh. I'm going to tell you this once. And you're going to have to do the detective work yourself. And I'm not going to tell you exactly when it happened. But my younger sister has been in one of my videos. Not just the Swedish Chef soundbite. You have seen her physically. What does this mean? This means I'm a bit of a liar, chat. Now, would I tell lies? I would. I would tell lies. One of the videos I've posted where I'm doing something is actually my younger sister. That's right. She was pretending to be me. Have fun, detectives. Try and figure out which one of the videos actually was me. Or maybe none of them were me. Or maybe all of them were me, and maybe I'm just trying to screw with you. I'm honestly shocked that nobody pointed out that my body type changed from video to video. Because me and my sister have very different bodies. You know, my body type's different in every single video. Maybe you've seen different people. Or maybe I'm just trying to gaslight you. Hmm? Maybe this is all a giant ruse. Yeah, gaslighting's not real. Might have stopped talking about you and your sister's bodies on the street. Ken, okay, now you're just making it weird, Ken. Now you're just making it weird. Unveiling the truth, right? You know, Chiffy disciple, you'd say that, but I've been literally sitting on this information since I conceived of the horrible idea, and not a single person has even like remotely said or suspected anything. And it's driving me insane to the point where it's like, fine, fuck, I'll start the search myself. Fun for Crowbar to have a crowbar at a crowbar. Thank you, Justin. You're gonna delist it right after stream, aren't you? Well, no, because then you would know what video it is. Hun, we did suspect? Sure, Jane Doe, I'm sure. And that's why you all called me out on it. Like a real serial killer, Midas wants to be caught. But I thought the internet is dead and we're all AIs gaslighting each other. I will tell you this. I have 5 siblings. But are the con meetup photos real? I mean, I did go with a few other people. I could have very easily. Hmm. You know, I will say the only photo that I will guarantee tell you 100% will confirm is real is the graduation photo. Any of the graduation photos I posted on my Twitter are real. How does the second youngest sibling become the most normal of the family? Or was that a lie too? I wish that was a lie. I wish that was a lie. And even that is just me coping. I think I'm the most normal, but I don't even know. And how many sisters? 2 sisters, 3 brothers. Welcome back, Nikki Wasp. All right, somebody earlier in chat told me to talk about my doom scrolling on Twitter, and I kind of want to circle back to that real quick while I'm still remembering this. So, yesterday my For You was filled to the brim with absolute garbage, and I hadn't interacted with anything yet at that point. Now, it was a lot of a lot of people in their 40s, 30s and 40s right now. When asked for life advice, their default is I wish I had done more in my 20s. On the surface, that is genuinely very good advice. Don't waste your youth, you only have it once. However, the advice always ends up being I needed to have traveled more. I needed to have met more people. I should have spent the money I didn't have. should have done the drugs, should have had the sex, should have done everything. But I didn't because I wanted to be careful and I wanted to save money. Now I'm old and I can't have those experiences despite having money now because I'm washed up. And that pissed me off. That pissed me off to no end. Because here's the thing, it's like it's easy to say when you have disposable income, and it's easy to say when you are the only person you're responsible for. Like if you are an only child, or maybe you have one other sibling and your parents are financially stable and everyone is taking care of themselves and you don't need to rely on other people and they don't need to rely on you, you can literally do whatever you want. You can go into debt, even. You could do all the bad drugs and it won't hurt and affect anybody. You are responsible for your own destiny. However, people like me, who have a large family and whose entire system is set up such that uh, all the money made is in service to keeping the family running because it's a large family, um, that kind of lifestyle isn't realistic. Because if I, say, wanted to blow $10,000 on an exquisite trip to the Salt Lakes of Bolivia, my dream location, wanted to go there ever since I was 11. If I blew all my money and money I didn't have on a trip to the Salt Lakes of Bolivia, um, I'm not the only one who suffers financial hardship there. My family will, because we all live in a broken economy where it takes 6 people working minimum wage jobs for us to afford to live in where we live. It's like a very small, kind of rundown, but well-loved family home that's been in our family since it, started, right? It's very important to us. But price of living in Canada is insane. So, we all have to pitch in. And we're all happy with that. But what this means is that when somebody decides to cut themselves off the family tree in that way, everyone else kind of has to fill in the gaps. It's how I got through university. It's how all my siblings are getting through university. Like when my oldest brother went to uni, all of us chipped in what we had, and he got through with zero debt, and he owes nothing, and now he is able to live a good life. He has wife and kids. My older sister, same deal. She went to university, everybody chipped in a little bit. She has no debt, zero student debt because of it, even though we're not a very financially stable or wealthy family, because we all participated. She got through, and now she has a family and kids of her own. She can afford it. She doesn't have debt, when all of their contemporaries did. Older brother, same story. Went to university. We all helped, and he got through. And I went to university. My whole family pitched in, just little bits incrementally. And I got through. I've got zero student loans, zero debt, and every single other person I went to school with is drowning in it because they didn't have that support system. We are not a wealthy family, but we do have a lot of people. When a lot of people put in a little bit, you can make things work. Now, my younger sister is going to university. Now, because my older 2 siblings have families of their own, they contribute way less. Yeah? It's a normal thing. They have to look out for their new families, right? And so that puts the burden of financial responsibility on the rest of us. And so, because they helped me, I'm going to help my sister and my younger brother get through university. So when I read posts like, in my 20s, I regretted not blowing all of my money on these big, expensive, wonderful trips, I have to sit there and go, like, does nobody love this person? Is there nothing in this person's life where the only meaning can be derived from hookers and blow? Is there no responsibilities this person has? Like, it must be the case. And even then, I feel the little demon in the back of my head gnawing, piecing FOMO. Like, he's right. You're wasting your 20s. You're gonna regret it. And it's like, maybe, but I think I'd regret not helping my sister more. I think I'd regret not helping my brother more. I think I'd regret not helping my parents more. Though I know that regret will still exist, and it'll be insidious, and it'll sit in me like a cancer. I just it's so narrow-minded and reeks of like this wealthy, privileged asshole kind of aura. Negative piss aura. Mhm. Let me catch up with chat. Takes a village? Absolutely. 26, but I have 4 more years to do things. I'm 25. Yeah. Mm. Only thing I regret from my late teens and early 20s is not holding on to friends. Everything else is irrelevant. Everything else is a possibility in the future. Thanks for coming to my unsolicited TED Talk. Thank you, Psych. It's an attitude of someone whose existence is too idle and self indulgent. Exactly. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I really wish I could participate in the hookers and blow lifestyle because that sounds like a lot of fun. But it's gonna have to wait till I'm at least in my late 30s or early 40s. Most of the things I want to do will have to wait till then. I just hope I don't get in a car accident and die before then, which is a likely thing. I mean, I can't drive, but other people can. Yeah. Skeb is my hookers and blow now. I love that for you, Ken. That's you always have such bangers. We could spot you on the hookers and blow until then. Nah, nah. Someone has tried that in college for a bit, quickly realized how meaningless it was. You do. Please don't get in a car accident and die. Don't tell me what to do. Yeah. One thing I do wish, chat, like this is I've spoken about this before and I mentioned it a little bit earlier. I think my lifelong dream, my lifelong goal, it's a very simple thing. The one thing I want to do. I'm not somebody that does like a lot of I want to travel, I want to do this, I want to do that. I don't want a lot of things out of life because I know how stupid it is to want something. To because there's a difference between wanting and needing. And for me my whole life is like I need this. It's been survival mode, right? But the one selfish thing that I would really, really like to do before I die, like the one item on my bucket list, is I want to go to the Salt Lakes of Bolivia. Now, the Salt Lakes of Bolivia, it's during the rainy season, it's the world's largest natural mirror. And it's nicknamed like where the earth, like where the heaven meets the earth, because it's like a stretch that goes beyond the horizon where the sky perfectly mirrors the water. Now, for the people that are mostly here because they're anime pilled, remember that opening from Tokyo Ghoul? Like the funny meme one where he's sitting in the water and the sky is matching the water? Like, that's the place in real life. Now, that is not where I heard of this place the first time. I saw it for the first time in, like, a geography book of all places. And then I looked it up later. But, like, the acoustics are beautiful, and it's just. I don't know. I feel like when I finally get the opportunity, it'll probably be too late, and the environment in that particular area will be destroyed. Like the water will no longer be there, right? It'll just be salt flats. But I don't know. I'd like to go there before I die. I'd just love to like go there with people. I'd like to sing there. I can only imagine the acoustics, just like a long stretch of flat, beautiful, clear water with nothing interrupting the sight line. That would be insane. Hello, tarnished Fooly Cooly. Like Tanjiro's Dream and Kimetsu no Yaiba. I have not watched. I need to watch Demon Slayer. One, how much plastic is there? Two, put it on throne. I have no idea what you mean by plastic. The video I edited for you, my big YouTube friend Mark, and I made TikToks recently about my favorite genre, Dead Rising, that are surprisingly blowing up. I feel great, and it's thanks to you and others, so thank you. Patchwork, you've done an incredible job with the edits you've done for me, and I very much appreciate it. It has helped my immense, painful workload. Parts of Nevada salt flats will do the same thing if it rains. That's really nice. I just want to go to specifically the one in Bolivia because it's the world's largest. And it'll go beyond the horizon, so nothing breaks the sightline. It's very immersive. Like, the closest thing I think I'll ever actually get to doing that in my lifetime, because I've got too much responsibility and I have to be here in the middle of buttfuck nowhere for the rest of my days, is VR chat, because there's a few worlds in VR chat that emulate that kind of effect. Although they probably don't know where it came from. They're just like, ooh, sky mirror. But yeah. We all have our really stupid dreams, right? Like some people want to go to Disney. Some people want to go to the Great Wall of China. Some people travel every fucking year. To the people that travel every fucking year, I hate your guts. I hate your guts. I don't care. You know why I hate you? Because I wish I could be you. I hate you because I want to be you. I'm jealous of you. How fucking dare you do that? How does it feel to live my dream? VR chat is banging right now. Aren't you getting a model or did I misremember? Oh, I'm supposed to be porting this model into VRC. I just every time I run out of time and forget. Wish you could travel to Yellowstone? Ooh, that's like a place in America. Nice. Do they keep the lake clean of trash? They do because it's a tourist location, and if they don't, that ruins it. Traveling annually is what helped me build my credit. That's a very American thing, needing to build your credit. Fund Midas's trip to the South. Honest to God, if I'm funding anything right now, it goes either towards VTubing expenses, future content, or into my sister's university fund. That's where I'm at right now. No, I do have a throne goal that's just like a general financial one. That one specifically does go towards content. You know what? If we become financially stable and comfortable enough that I don't have to think about just external things that I'm responsible for, then I would make Bolivia a content trip. Lately, I've gone to California once per year for the past 2 years because of Off-Kai. I so much want to go to Off-Kai. And you know what? I can justify saving for Off-Kai this next year because it makes business sense. It would be a business trip. Yes, yes. I do plan to go to Off-Kai. I was supposed to go to TwitchCon, but I can't. Hope you're having a good evening. Hey, Barndo. Not just even a goal, just more whole tickets to Bolivia. No, so I've got a little bit of a maniacal, evil, devious scheme. So you guys know how I'm partnered with Gamer Subs? Code Midas for 10% off, by the way. Use it. That way we can get an official shaker cup. But, claim it on your taxes. Print out some cards. Oh, fuck, I forgot to make my business cards. Ah! Anyway, you know how I'm partnered with Gamer Subs, yes? I've asked them to send me samples to hand out. And I asked them, just in general, for things like that. Ask my rep. And what I'm going to do is, because I can't go to TwitchCon, I'm going to a religious event instead of TwitchCon. It's like a big religious thing. It's very important, you see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my Gamer Sup samples and I'm going to shill at the religious event. That's my revenge for being forced to go to an event that I really don't want to go to. It's like, fine. Fine. I don't have to go to that. I can go to my family function. And you know what? If I can't go to my business trip, I will turn my trip into business. Okay? The elderly grandmas can have samples of titty milk and grandpa's ashes. Yes. Holy water mixed with gamer subs. Wretched. I wonder if I can use that in my advertising. Fun fact, there are some things you're not allowed to do when you're a rep advertising for gamer subs, which is entirely understandable because anytime you want to represent a brand and their product, you want to do it to show off the best qualities of the product. Um, so sometimes I have ideas and I run them past my rep, and they do the Discord message equivalent of looking at me like this. So there's a lot of like unseen advertisements that hit the cutting block that you guys will never see. Look, I'm good. I at least run the ideas by the people first. I don't cause myself trouble. And besides, I want to shill things properly. I want people to like the product. Can you tell us some unhinged ideas? And both the FBI observer and her gamer subs handlers sweat. That's awesome. No, they can't sweat because I didn't say anything, and I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna tell them. I'm not gonna say what my ideas were because that in of itself would defeat the purpose of not using those ideas. Hello, chat. You looking very small today. Ah. Why is your other stream still open? What do you mean? What other stream? Just realized this is a new model. I'm glad you kept the crazy eyes. Yeah, this is my new model. Broadcast 5, baby. All of the broadcasts have been with this model. Gamer subs kosher. I'm gonna have to ask my rep. I will ask my rep if it's kosher and halal. I'm pretty sure it's kosher, but do not quote me on that. I will have to check. You had 2 waiting rooms. I got caught in the first one. Huh? I thought I deleted that. Hold on. Oh, God. Oh, no. How long have you guys been waiting in there? Oh, God. No, I genuinely thought I deleted that. Like, that was deleted. Hold on. Let me clear it off. I'm so sorry, guys. That was not. No. Hope you make it to Bolivia. Thank you, Dr. Irrefutable. Me too. Me too. I hope I make it to Bolivia too. I went live on a. How is this a third? Restream is really doing me dirty. I swear to fucking God. Restream makes one, but it should have connected to that one. I don't see a kosher label on my subs. Don't take my word for it either. Okay, yeah, no, I'd have to ask. Did Midas find the breadcast? Yeah, that was. Habibi, it is haram. I mean, you know what? Fair enough. We're in the wind down phase of this stream. Let me just close the reactive so I don't crash. Tiny Creamit, thank you for the cheer. Don't be silly. We'll only be degenerate to you in front of Mom Dis. Oh, thanks. Thanks. Contains a sweetener which is technically a form of alcohol, though not a mind-altering alcohol. It's technically not halal. Oh, is xylitol an alcohol? I mean, it says tall, so I guess it's an alcohol. Can we get that gamer sub flavor and taco seasoning? It may say that despite not having certification, it is somewhat halal. When will you do your next Metallica cover? I want to try and up the quality of the songs I put out. You should put your sister's tuition up as a funding goal, even if it's a little bit the total. We could form a 3 a.m. meth wizard. I'm sure we could chip in to help you get your sister through uni. Here's the thing about that. While I'm using the funds to do that, I don't want to make that like an advertised goal, if that makes sense. It's more of a kind of like what I earn here. It's like I'm working a job, right? But you wouldn't go to your boss at the job and be like, hey, can you front me like $10,000 for my sister's university? No, no. You usually you just want to sit down, work at your job, and earn it, and then you use the money how you need to use it. It's kind of like how I see this. I try my best to not actually outwardly ask for things in particular or money unless it's like an emergency. I it's a pride thing, but I like to feel like I've earned what I've gotten, if that makes sense. Otherwise, I feel like very off. I feel very bad. I'm a person who uh lives and dies on balance and counterbalance. If I feel like I've done something wrong, I need to make things right. If I feel like I've gotten charity, then I feel like I haven't earned something and that I've stolen something or that it is not something that I've deserved. And so I will need to do something in order to counterbalance that and make it such that I've earned it, even if it was given out of the kindness of someone's heart. Um, so that's why throne gifts are very hard for me, and that's why I try not to put anything on there myself. I only accept other people's suggestions, if that makes sense. Because if I put something up there, then I'm asking, right? But if it's somebody else suggesting it and I just hit accept, then it just feels different, right? I can't explain it. I'm a frustrating person, and it's no end of grief to people in my life. I don't know why I'm this way. Oh, so you're gonna die in the tightrope between the hills. Yeah. But you know what? It just means that when I do get help or charity or whatnot, it is genuinely very appreciated. I just want I put a lot of effort into the things I do, if that makes sense. And so I like feeling like I'm being rewarded. Yes. And so when I don't put effort into something and it's rewarded, it's so painfully frustrating for me. If that makes sense. Because it's like, well, what about the times I did put in the effort? Why can't I be rewarded for that? Which is, of course, was the big frustration with Midas popping off in the first place. Like, it's the same mindset, right? It's like all of the effort and nothing, none of the effort and everything. Now I'm putting in the effort and I'm getting something out of the effort, and it feels like the world is balanced and it's soothing my mind demons. Hmm. And I'm happy to go on this mind demon adventure with everybody. Welcome to the welcome to the Duders, Ezra Forever 41. What kept you motivated pushing through VTubing before Midas took off? Well, because it kind of like how some people, even though they're very bad at hunting, they'll go out, they'll get the expensive gun, and they'll go and they'll stalk the fields for prey. And at the end of the day, they won't have hunted anything because even though they saw lots of animals, they have a terrible shot. It was like that for me for VTubing. I saw it as an avenue to create art. I made characters, I made music, I streamed, I met a lot of people, and I had a lot of fun doing it. Um, and I wasn't very good at it. I didn't know what made me interesting or entertaining. I just kind of was blindly stumbling around, seeing what other people did, trying to emulate it, not doing very good, and then just defaulting on trying to be palatable. And being in a state of kind of how would I put it? Being in a state of kind of being content with myself and what I was putting out made it such that I wasn't so resentful and I was hopeful and I was thinking, this will be the time I blow up. This will be the time I pop off because I'm seeing other people do it. I can do it too. And it was just an incredible amount of naivete. And I think me streaming for so long before Midas was definitely stemming from almost like a shonen protagonist level of naivete as to for what it took. And when I started Midas, I had basically was going through a mental breakdown. That naivete had been destroyed and shattered. I was kind of giving up. I was at the point where I was like, I'm quitting. I'm quitting. This is stupid. I can't do this anymore. There's been too much effort and no return. And I've been making stuff I like and I'm passionate about, and zero people are seeing it. Like, zero. And while it's good to make stuff for yourself, it also it hurts the soul of a creative if nobody gives you feedback because you can't improve and you can't know if you're actually making something worthwhile. So, anyway, so that's why Midas was started, to vent those frustrations. To which, of course, it was only then that people were like, oh, wow, you're actually relatable. I'm also angry at the world. It's just like, oh, okay. And so I continued to have a mental breakdown for a while. And then eventually I kind of, I didn't soften, but everything kind of cleared up and soothed out. And I realized, oh, the reason why I didn't have people coming for my stuff before wasn't because I was algorithmically cursed. It wasn't because nobody was finding me. It was because people probably saw me. Like, I've been around for a while. People probably looked at some of my stuff, but I didn't give them enough of a personality to latch onto. They didn't know anything about me. They just knew some of the things I liked. They knew that they saw me go, "What?" at a video game once in a while, and they knew that they saw me drop a song cover. And that's not enough to get attached to a person, and that's not enough to be interested in a person usually, unless they are so godly magnetic and charismatic that you can't tear your eyes away. I was treating VTubing like I was an industry vet in a company, not somebody who was just starting, needing to get their name out there. And the moment I became Midas and I put my actual personality and my feelings out there, that was when the stragglers that usually stumbled across me, but this time they stayed. That's the difference. The internet gives a lot of people chances, but if the people aren't ready for those chances, they won't even know those chances have happened. So, always be on the lookout. At least the outward appearance of authenticity. If I'm not authentic, then I'm the world's greatest fucking actor. And I feel like that in itself would be a great skill. But no, I don't think I could be anything but this. I met one duder offline. I met one duder offline at AX, and I think I scared them because I had the same energy that I have on my streams and in my shorts, and I don't think they were actually expecting that because they kind of stood frozen the whole conversation. And then I kept nervously like rambling on and on and on because I couldn't help myself. I had to fill the silence. I couldn't help myself. I was just like, "Oh, they're not talking? Okay, I got to keep going." I am by no means an extrovert, but I am absolutely nervous. Honestly, I like the previous stuff, but it might be associating it with the Midas things. I did like them either way, though. Thank you, Psych. I think the reason you liked the previous stuff is because you've already got to know me as Midas. Without that, you've got no context for the kind of person I was. You just know the stuff. Well, I'm not going to AX next year. I don't think so, anyway. Great conversation partner for me. I like the other person to talk a lot, and then I hit him with questions and stuff. Usually, I don't like to talk a lot, if that makes sense. Like, I know that it contradicts what I just said, but I have like a battery. And when that when that battery's running, I don't shut up. But when I hit my wall with the battery, I don't want to say another word. Like when I end stream, that'll be my battery for the day. And I will probably go into an empty Discord call and I will sit there muted and I won't say a goddamn word until tomorrow. I will listen to other people though and type in the comments, or maybe I'll unmute once in a while to say a sentence. But like, maybe if I didn't stream today, then I'd probably be on those VCs and I wouldn't shut up for multiple hours on end. It really is just that kind of thing, right? Like my social battery, very limited. Social anxiety is scared of Midas. Fun fact, Midas IRL is still scary lol. Yeah, no, the only person who actually knows 100% what I actually look like in real life, not just what I've put on social media, is that one duder and Ayumi. Because I used to be Ayumi's roommate. We used to live in the same house. Our rooms were connected by one wall. And it was interesting. It was interesting. Waiting for Midas brand suits so we can all roll up as duders. I wish! Hold on, my camera's bugging. Oh, I didn't have my phone plugged in this whole time. My battery's about to die. We're gonna stream until my phone dies, everybody. But yeah, no, I was a roommate with Ayumi One-san for close to a year, I'd say. 6 months to a year. Very sweet person. Very sweet person. Yeah, no, I was roommates with her before I was Midas, and so I was kind of like the artwork gremlin that was living in her walls. And when she needed an asset, she'd knock on my door and be like, "Hey, can I have this?" And I'd be like, "Yes, yes, Dobby will provide." And then I'd make like cinnamon rolls and bread for the house. Real Midas exists and does not exist simultaneously until face revealed. A Schrodinger's Midas, if you will. Seeing a gaggle of duders would be awesome. The twitchy Midas with rapidly dilating eyes, 100% on brand. Yeah, yeah. Could I cosplay as you if I get the custom suit made and do male gender bent Midas? Hey! You don't need my permission. Go wild. What is the duder dress code? White button up, black suit pants, or black pencil skirt. The longest black socks you got. Comfortable boots, black boots. The yellow and black striped tie. And yeah, that's and the sunglasses, the aviators, the gold aviators. That's the dress code. Mm-hmm. And Maildis, I actually have a canon design I've made. He's gonna have like a black turtleneck and black pants, gold loafers, and a Orthodox cross on a chain. And everything else, basically, physically, he just looks like Midas, but with the hair in a different style and no tits. My own clone. Now both of us will be virgins. What's that supposed to mean? Broke dress code a couple times, lol. Hey. We aren't very strict here. We're a business casual workplace. Maildis. Okay, so people were coming up with different names for male Midas, and one of them was just like male Dick, and I thought that was so funny. Like, I thought Dick, short for Dishard. So Dickard. Dick Hard. So Dickard would be the unofficial male Midas name. Midas Orthodox brother. Yeah, yeah. Can I be a Hawaiian shirt? I'm currently massively violating the dress code. Thank you for joining the Duders Call of the Moose. No, I mean, any of the Midas merch is part of the dress code. Johnny Sins and dress up as a tutor to make a video. It's crazy. Caution tape G-string for guys instead of a skirt. Excuse me. The skirt is gender neutral. Actually, the skirt is a requirement. Regardless. Put on the skirt, boys. Put on the skirt. Put on the skirt. Speaking of skirts and Scottish people, do kilts count as skirts? Yes, kilts count as skirts. My dad has been an absolute menace. Oh, Bagster, thank you for the raid. Traumatized raid. Welcome, raiders. I'm we're talking about skirts, and I'm telling my male audience to put on the skirts right now. You'll have to kill me first. All right. Yeah, no, Bag, you missed a wonderful skit earlier with a classroom. It was, how about those bagpipes? Bagpipes are incredible. Hold on, let me just pull up the classroom again. For those that missed the skit from earlier in stream, the first half of stream, I had some guests on, and we had a wonderful classroom environment. It was great. Yeah. I got to teach some first graders about mkultra. I was having so much fun putting that slideshow together. Bag needs to wear a skirt now. Put it on, big guy. Yeah. Yeah. Classy art. Yeah. And I had Saberin and Celerity Dust on as my lovely victims. It was good. That's gonna be a banger video. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm so excited to go through and edit that one, or at the very least get it edited. I'm thinking I'm gonna edit it myself tonight if I can. The condition of "You'll Have to Kill Me" is apparently acceptable. Oh, absolutely. But yes, hello Raiders. I'm Core of Midas, and usually I have hand tracking, but today I did not set it up because I forgot until just now. And thank you for the 20 bits. Ray, my online warrior. You Midas. More streams I see. You're Midas. More streams I see. Yes, you see correctly. Don't have any clothes with yellow? Well, pink or green are acceptable alternatives. You see, we're all about being very creative here. Hmm? No Italian hands? Oh, wait, shit, I have magenta chromed out. I'm spooky like a ghost. Don't worry, Bag is used to getting groomed. Excuse me? We already have Core Valorum for a daily dose of Italian. You get black or blue, it can be blue. Nah, I mean, well then you won't be Midas. You won't be in dress code. We are all Midas at the end of the day. That's why Maledus exists. It's because Maledus is just a human duder. So what is Midas but just an advanced human duder? Yes? We are all Midas. I am Midas. You are Midas. We are Midas. Insert the communism music over this. You can sell dress code compliant clothes on your merch store. Oh, I currently do. Fourth wall doesn't allow me to make ties yet. I'm gonna ask my supplier about that. One of us. Dollar General apron. I love that for you. Cooking Midas. She can't speak with her hands. Can she call herself Italian? I'm not Italian. Who said I was Italian? Try background music for your streams. What would you go with? Is my background music not on? Oh my god. Oh, okay, I have it here. Hold on. Alright, that works. You can be in the void. I thought my background music was on. I had custom background music that I made. Oh, I just got a bunch of buzzing. Ken! Excuse me? Who said you were allowed to jump scare me like that? Will whole $2 make you Italian? I mean, $2 is $2. And would Midas killing a duder be constituted as self-harm? I mean, I suppose. I saw her asses for a second. What did I miss? Everybody go follow Sarah right now. See Sarah in chat? Go give her a big ol' smooch. Go to her latest ASMR video and leave a pair of sunglasses in the comments. I love Sarah, my favorite victim. Aside from Rias. Speaking of Rias, the hot sauces came today. On my side, anyway. Just gotta wait for them to arrive on his side. And then it's Jover for that motherfucker. I'm so excited to torture Rias. You have no clue. And hello, Mexog. I'm Italian for $2, baby. Yes, Ken. Ken, you goofy motherfucker. Jump scaring me like that. A hot sauce burrito. Have you uploaded your background music on the internet? I uploaded my main theme. I'm sorry, Midas. Are you? Part of me thinks you live for my befuzzlement. For my short-circuiting. Silly motherfucker. Silly motherfucker. Silly. Speaking of Ken, if you haven't already, can we get a shout-out for Ken Ashcorp? Very, very talented musician. Very silly. No, don't. Oh. Siri, stop it. Stop it. Thank you. Sorry, my tracking died for a second because Siri activated. You can do a shout out when I get a collab with you. I mean, for fuck's sake. Okay, my phone's almost gonna die, guys. We've got 20% left. How much of stream can I get out of this? Siri really? No, we're not. No, just fucking. No, Siri, turn off. Ken looks great in a skirt. Yes, Ken looks ineffable in a skirt. Ken's one of the Midas songs coming out. There's no current Midas song planned. For a hot second, it looked like we were gonna parody How Can We Be Lovers, but I think I got busy. Should get until midnight on that. Sunglasses left on Sarah's last video. Let's go. I also got very busy. Yeah, we're very busy creatures. Always yap on a collab with you. Oh, hell yeah! Oh, yeah. Nuclear warfare, me and you. Can I request the Four Horsemen for the next Metallica cover? I mean, if I do another Metallica song, maybe. Can't wait for Midas to play League with Rias after they lose. I'm not going to lose. There's no fucking way. I am not playing League. Not again. Not after last time. I won't hear the end of it. Thank you for... Why? Helta, why? Thank you for the red Supa. Thank you for the 100. Hold. Yeah. Someone get this woman an Italian license. We're doing any community events anytime soon. I keep mentioning it and bringing it up, but I do plan to have a Discord movie night. You should cover Absolute Territory. I want to cover songs with the help of other people mixing it because my mixing is really bad. I do a lot of like things on the fly and then I pump out kind of half garbage. All my original stuff is ass. Like it's inspired and I feel good about it, but it's not as good as if somebody professionally fixed it for me. Yeah, I want to do a Discord movie night and I want to do a costume contest. Like I plan eventually for a redesign for Pink Midas costume art contest. It would be Gyaru themed. Rias will be designing a blue Midas eventually. Have you seen the show Murder Drones? I have not seen the show Murder Drones. I've been seeing a lot in my comment section lately that there's something like called Lobotomy Corp that my character looks like. And I looked at it and I can see that there's like a color palette similarity, but this does not look like that person from Lobotomy Corp. I don't even remember their name, but this is not it, Chief. Saw the first episode? You thought it was okay? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I'll check it out. Project Moon. Yeah, that's what it was called. Bina. Yeah, Bina. Some people might think you have that aesthetic. Yeah, it was entirely unintentional, but I'm glad that people see something they like in my design. You should cover Absolute Territory. I would only cover it if I had a mixer on hand. Because I'd want to do it properly, because there's no way I could do it justice on my own. Looks good like the colors, thanks. That was just red, was it? I have the attention span of a flea. Also, yes, Murder Drones is pretty good. I like the name, Murder Drones. Like, that's very edgelord. Like, I feel like that sounds like something from the early 2000s that would be on YouTube. I'm not sure what to expect, so I'll have to look into it. You can finish it in one day. Didn't the person who do Murder... You know, I gotta look up Murder Drones. 1 second. Murder Drones. Let's look at what this is. Images... Okay, I can see the resemblance. These look like Muppets to me. Like, is that weird to say that this feels like I'm looking at Muppets? These look like DeviantArt OC Muppets. And I mean that in a really nice way. Like, I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean that in a... I could see this being somebody's closed species on DeviantArt that's based off of Muppets. Like, it's very creative. I like it. So mean. What do you mean, so mean? I was complimenting it. I've been told I move like I'm like a Muppet. The video isn't gonna get re-edited, is it? Looks at Scotty. Has the attention span of 5 medium-sized gerbils. So, that recent video I posted with Scotty, that was not a stream, for once. That was not a VOD edit re-upload. For VODs, I just cut things down to their bare essentials, or I have people cut them to their bare essentials. But that one I wanted to be like a very specific kind of like video. Not stream, a very specific kind of broadcast, but video. Like, it was recorded for the intended purpose of becoming, like, a solid piece of content. And it was a lot of fun. I know jack shit about history, and Scotty is very passionate about history. So I'm like, you know what? I think this would be a fun view. And so, I'm interested in edgelord stuff, like assassinations, and he's interested in the history behind things, so it was a natural choice. Now, it was a bit difficult, because I am not a big fan of tier lists. I actually hate them with all my guts. And so we had to figure out a way, okay, how are we going to make this tier list interesting and not feel like a total tier list video? And I think we succeeded. We made a tier list video that I can watch. Hello, Midas. I'm off to work and watching. I had to leave earlier and actually work. Ah. Oh, you are off work. Well, welcome back, Jake. I'm going to leave chat. Bye. Bye, Zupdoodle. Currently going through the assassination video. Yeah, Sup, Midas? Like the new model. Thank you kindly. I had a very talented model parent. And I drew the visual myself, so this is my style. Midas, did you see the speculations of possible IRL Fate Grail War? How would they even do that? Speaking of IRL anime stuff, all of the attempts to do Full Metal Alchemist have been interesting. And the recent Full Metal Alchemist attempt, I don't actually hate it. Like, I think it's charming. It looks a little weird and uncanny, but I think that's genuinely probably the best they could have done, like, with how they set it up. Like, because they had only Japanese actors, like, it was gonna look a little strange. Because the characters they're portraying are supposed to be based off of other nationalities in other countries, right? So it's not going to translate one-to-one. Like, Emestris was supposed to be kind of like the Germany equivalent. And so the main German characters who are supposed to be white, being played by Japanese actors, like, there's a disconnect. But the actors did very well, and the costumes were brilliant, and the CG was kind of fun. I liked it. Like, it was good. I love Alchemist. It's one of the earlier animes I watched, and it was one of my first obsessions, aside from Artemis Fowl. Would you ever play Lobotomy Corporation, Library of Runia, or Limbus Company, games by Project Moon? I mean, I'm not a gamer, but I will game once in a while. Like, it's not my main hobby, so I don't give myself that title. But I don't. There's never say never on that one. That's definitely something I might be interested in. Love the assassination. All those asses in nations. We need State Alchemist Midas fan art, the Gold Alchemist. Okay, straight up, one of the few times I did cosplay in real life, legitimately, one of the very few cosplays I ever did, I cosplayed Edward Elric. I made the automail arm all by myself out of, like, foam. We had a dollar store, like a local dollar store, and I got, like, the cheap squares of foam, and I got 1 billion of them, and I painted them by hand with the cheap acrylic paint, and I sealed it with, like the garbage dollar store stuff, right? And used hot glue, and I looked online, and I looked at the sponge techniques that you use to make paint look like withered metal. Like, I was all in. I used those colored elastic bands, and I cut them in pieces and made them look like colored wires on the inside. I was very proud of this thing. And I had, like, a glove at the end, like a black rubber glove, and all of the pieces of the fake metal on the fingertips to make it look like chunky automail. I was so proud of that thing. And it went over my shoulder like a cap. Put so much effort into that. But it was very hard when I was like 14 to find wigs. That was like 2013. And especially in the mountains, and especially when you don't use Amazon, because nobody delivers where you live. I had to use my natural hair for my Edward Elric cosplay, so I had to bleach it. Yeah. And I had no color contacts, because they don't sell color contacts to anyone under 18 over here. So I had to use my natural eyes. Hello, Ratanak. I'm glad that you're not dead. despite the world's insistence that it's trying to kill you. I'm very happy to see you here. Mm-hmm. You ever play Minecraft? Scotty has been trying to get me into it, and it's like beating my head against a brick wall. I did see the trailer for the Minecraft movie today. The first thing I thought was, you know, this reminds me of the live-action Alvin and the Chipmunk stuff, but reversed. Because it had that weird, uncanny CG with the creatures in the real world, and here it was like the real-world characters in an uncanny CG environment. I feel like if they made the characters the same kind of CG, people would be like busting a fat load over the Minecraft movie announcement. But because it was a weird mixed reality blend and it wasn't done with the utmost perfectness, it came off as strange, lame, and from the mid-2000s. It's like they were trying to Space Jam it, but it just didn't have the same charm. Is Jack Black in the Minecraft movie? Yeah, and the end of the trailer, everyone's like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Steve! And for some reason, that's all you need to know. He literally just goes, I'm Steve! That's the only important bit of the whole thing. No point in watching the Minecraft movie, or the trailer even. I just told you guys the best part. You're welcome. I saved you a minute and a half of your life. I don't want to think about people busting fat loads over Minecraft. Where have you been on the internet the last few years? This whole channel's dedicated to that. What are your thoughts on FMA versus FMA Brotherhood? FMA is good. I like 2003 more than Brotherhood. Which is contrarian, I suppose, to the regular belief. But, like, here's the thing. While it's true, Brotherhood had a better story, better pacing, because it was based directly off the manga, I like 2003's unique take on it. The pacing was way better in the first half for 2003, and I liked the filler episodes, so sue me. Personally, my optimal way to consume Full Metal Alchemist is to watch 2003 right up until just after the warehouse episode, where it's like there's a disappearing warehouse, like that filler episode, and from then on I watch Brotherhood where it picks up from plot-wise. That way you have the best of both worlds, you have all the perfect pacing, you don't miss any of the good stuff from 03, and then you've got the perfect ending of Brotherhood. Had more time for Brother moments, yeah. I have the disc version of 03. And I have the movie. Here's the thing. People hate the movie for some reason, but I thought it was so goddamn creative, and it's unendingly funny to see canon Nazi anime Hitler. I look at that and I laugh every single time. As a kid, I saw Hitler for the first time on screen, and I was like, I had to pause the movie. I was wheezing because he looked so silly. Stream's been a lot of fun. You're doing amazing. Keep the good work. And help, my E key isn't working properly, and I don't know how to fix it. Thank you, Schwanky, for the red super. And I don't know how to fix your E. You gotta embrace your E. You're accented now. Now you've got a flavoring. Edward Oni-chan. Yes, yes. Alright, let's catch up on the Twitch chat. FMA has significantly better exposition for the brothers. Yeah. Doesn't have filler episodes, just fun stuff. Exactly. Filler feels like a slog. But the FMA Brotherhood bonus ones that weren't in the manga that they put in there really built up the characters. And it felt like you were really watching, like, brothers. One day the DMs will be read. I'll try to catch up on DMs after stream. Midas is listening but not pay attention. Crazy. Nazis Hitler, anime Hitler. Oh, in Full Metal Alchemist 2003, in the sequel movie, Conqueror of Shambhala, it takes place in World War II Germany. And Mace Hughes is a Nazi. And Hitler is there. But is it better than Hitler with sunglasses? Persona 2, The Innocent Sin. I suppose. I wouldn't know. I haven't partaken of Persona 2. Alright, let's see how much battery my phone has left. Hughes, no! No, it's really something. Like, Hughes is like a Nazi, what is he? He's a soldier. He's a Nazi soldier. And Edward Elric is, sympathetic to the Roma people. So, it's a very interesting historical AU, I will say. Use code Midas for 10% off game or subs. Thank you, Prize! Thank you. Thank you for the super. Yes. What was that movie where he was a time agent? Huh? 2000 FMA 03 as a movie? I'm gonna have to look for it. Yeah, Conqueror of Shambhala. Speaking of Nazis, have you seen Hellsing Ultimate? I have watched Hellsing Abridged. That's it. Although I actually do want to watch Hellsing. Why the cute teacher staring like that? Hmm? Hand in your homework. I want your essays on MKUltra on my desk. I want you to go to my Twitter and I want you to post screenshots of what you remember from today's lecture, everybody. Honestly, that was some of the most fun. That was some of the most fun I had making a skit. Like, it wasn't entirely polished, because let's be real, I'm terrible. Terrible at that. But, like, I think it was fun. Hey, wait a minute, I'm a teacher too. Oh, are you, you dude Guggin? Midas, you're getting potentially good DM after stream. I'm gonna resist the temptation to look at Discord. I cannot allow myself to be that distracted. Said after stream, not now. It's like how SAO Bridge is better and greater than SAO. This song is catchy. Thank you. Thank you. I only do the catchiest things over here. Alright. Let's take a look at my battery life. I am sucking on fumes, boys! The battery may die in, like, a minute. Will I be able to make it to the 2-hour mark? Okay, we're at 2 hours and 30 seconds. Okay. Will I make it to the 3-hour mark? Probably not. Can I make it to the 2-hour and 40-minute mark? Maybe. I'm gonna cope. I'm gonna cope and hope that we make it to 2 hours and 40 minutes before my phone dies. You know what? While I'm waiting for my phone to die, let's pre-prep a raid target, huh? Let's see. Hey, want to raid Iron Mouse, everybody? Aw, Desync! Desync is streaming. Could go to Desync. Oh, Gumshoe is streaming. No, we have to raid my favorite Eldritch Blob. Okay. Time isn't real, teacher. It's an illusion! Yes, no. The only thing that's eluding here You're at 236. Does Midas stream on her phone? So, my facial capture is done through iFacial mocap, and it's fed to Warudo. And usually I have my phone plugged into my computer, but I took out my charger because I needed to charge something downstairs. And the cable is currently downstairs because I forgot to bring it back up. Okay, so let's set up raid. Oh. My phone just died, everybody. My phone just died. So thank you, Warudo, for auto blinking. Well, I almost made it before my phone died. Bye, Chad. Don't forget to hide the VODs if you actually want to cut the part of the VOD out. Yeah, my family won't go through Twitch. They might go through YouTube. You know what? I don't actually care enough. I don't actually care. Alright, so you're gonna go to desync Twitches, and on YouTube... Thank you. Thank you. Very happy to have had you here. What you remember from class. Midas, you know that all we will remember from class is the fan art at the end. Come on now. You're very funny, Bob Jones. Thank you for the 5. Okay. YouTube abandoned? I didn't abandon YouTube. Alright. You guys have a good. Oh, wait. Raid message for Twitch. Midas raid. Emoji. There's the raid message, everybody. I'm gonna go charge my phone.